Tyson Fury's father, John Fury, is not impressed with Francis Ngannou's open workout. He calls it a disgrace and doesn't think Francis will make it out of the first round. If you haven't seen the open workout, here's some of that footage.
Just seen Francis Ngannou and Mike Tyson and that so-called trainer that's got the pads on. Seen the open workout. I hope he's kidding along and he's playing possum here. I hope that's a joke and intended to be a laugh, because if it's not, he ain't got a prayer. He ain't got a cat and hell's chance. He won't get out of the first round. It's probably going to be Tyson's quickest knockout. But you know what? It's got to be kidology, that. It's got to be fun and games, because if that's what he's got, well, God help him. He'll get smashed to bits. That's all I'm saying, mate. That's embarrassing. If that's what he can do on a public workout, don't bother doing a public workout. It's a disgrace.
Alex Pereira tricks Glover Teixeira into eating a towel.
Olha só a sacanagem que eu vou fazer com o Glover. Papel, guardanapo, vou lavar a mão, eu vou falar pra ele que é de comer. Vamos ver. Vou falar pra ele aqui. Fala pra ele filmar, esconde. Filma aqui assim, velho. Glover. Aí, velho, é bom, tá dentinho. Bom, hein, velho? Qual? Tá dentinho esse aqui. Porra, velho. Hey, guys.
Rampage Jackson slaps TJ Dillashaw on the face after he loses a bet. Rampage posted this to his Instagram. He said, "Yo TJ, what the five fingers say to the face?" TJ left a comment saying, "Too much fun that night." Michael Bisping says that regardless of where Tony Ferguson is at in his MMA career, it will still be impressive if Paddy Pimblett defeats him. On the Believe You Me podcast, Bisping also touches on how Tony had one of the longest winning streaks in the UFC at 12, and if he loses to Paddy, he will tie BJ Penn for the longest losing streak at 7.
I think it's good because Tony obviously clearly wants to fight on, right? So God bless him, and we've got to respect that. He has lost 6 in a row. Bobby Green, solid fighter. Certainly no disrespect. But outside of Bobby, he only fought the elite. Yeah. Neil Dariush, Chandler, Gagey, Oliveira. So this is, Paddy's not ranked, I believe. Yeah, he's not ranked. So it's a step down in terms of opposition, according to the rankings. It's a big, big name. It's on a pay-per-view to round out the year. So it's a big opportunity for Tony Ferguson to get a win over someone with a big following, right? So it's a big fight for Tony Ferguson. And on the flip side, for Paddy, it's kind of smart matchmaking because, again, he's had 4 wins, I believe, in a row. Granted, the one against Jared Gordon was, questionable at best. But this is a big name. It's an interesting fight, and it definitely is a step up in competition without throwing Paddy to the wolves of some of the potentially more dangerous.
It's not Ilya Topuria
that don't have a name.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, like a Jalen Turner. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying Jalen doesn't have a name. You know the point that I'm making.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
So in that regard, I think it's quite smart.
There's much more. There's more dangerous guys that aren't as known as Tony.
That don't have the name recognition of a Tony Ferguson.
Right.
So that's a great scalp for anybody to have on their resume, whether or not he's lost 6 in a row. It's going to be interesting to see if Tony can deal with someone outside of the top 15, and if he can't, then that will be 7 in a row. And I saw a stat or a meme yesterday. Tony Ferguson went on the longest win streak in the lightweight division at 12, and now he's on the longest losing streak at 6. So isn't it funny how the table turns?
Yeah, it's quite the fall. It's quite the fall.
Robert Whittaker says he's using his loss to Dricus Du Plessis as fuel. Rob says he's not ending his career like this and believes the best of him is yet to come. Rob said, I don't think I'm over it because it pissed me off. Like, that was a night I didn't turn up to fight, and that doesn't sit well with me. And I don't want to get over it because I'm using that as fuel. I've just been locking myself in the gym, training myself to be better, to just take it to that next level. I don't want to have this sort of end career. I do believe the best of me hasn't yet come out, and yeah, I'm using it as fuel. I don't want to forget it. Ray Longo expresses his frustration with MMA judging. On the Anik and Florian podcast, Ray brings up Mike Bell's 10-8 scorecard for Alexa Grasso versus Valentina Shevchenko.
Man, those are the injustice. Listen, it always is going to go back to you can only control how you react to it, right? I mean, we come down to the same thing all the time. So Valentina's now got to react to what they've given us. She can't control it. And that's all you could say, man. I mean, that's not because it was such a competitive fight. It's kind of getting overlooked, but that's a travesty, man. I mean, he took that win away from that girl with something that is ballsy as shit to do. There's no way you could have thought that was a 10-8 round. I don't give a shit.
He's going to have to issue a statement.
Yeah, I mean,
I think he's going to have to issue a statement.
See, the problem is there's enough wiggle room in there where you could do that shit and come out with something, and somebody's going to go, maybe, okay,
Yeah,
but,
like, even if it was a 10-8 round, it would have been ballsy to give her a 10-8 round.
Yeah, right. In that fight,
right? It's like,
great point.
In that freaking fight, yeah. I mean, there's nothing I don't know. Valentina, she had the mounted guillotine at one point, too. That looked pretty freaking tight. Why is that?
Right.
Why is that not a 10-8?
Conor McGregor reveals he has not trained Dillon Danis for his upcoming boxing match against Logan Paul. Conor also calls the whole situation between Dillon and Logan's fiance messy. Conor said Dillon's gonna win. Dillon will win. He had the baby. We didn't get to train together, so I don't know the ins and outs. I know he's doing well. He's still training and he's gonna go for it. He's had the baby. He had a new baby, so I tried to bring him out. Dillon's good. The interviewer then asked, what do you think of the lawsuit? Conor replied, it's messy, all that. I don't care about it. It's an interesting build-up and it's exciting. Fair play to both of them. And that's going to wrap it up for the news. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to subscribe to Full Mount MMA and click the bell icon to be notified when we post future ones. Here are the 3 top comments from last video. The first one's from Zach H420. It says, it's nice seeing Ian Gary being respectful to his opponent after the Neil Magny thing. With that being said, I hope he gets knocked out. The second one's from William. It says, man, the Jones family got demons. Hope Chandler gets the help he needs. And the final one's from Feliciano. It says, I hope Ian gets humbled, man. Can't stand that dude. Those were the 3 top comments from last video. If you want to be featured on the next one, all you have to do is comment down below. If you missed yesterday's news, click the video on screen to get caught up. And make sure to go subscribe to our second channel where we post our exclusive MMA interviews.